Yeah. Check 1, 2. What's good, y'all? What's going down? Visuals in the building. Woo! 2 woos before we even get the stream going. Let's go. What's up, selectors? It's Select Screen here, ready to do the Ringside report that dropped earlier today. Your boy was at work, so I did not get it. Your boy's been getting up early. A little bit.
Are you ever not going to fall for that?
All right, I understand that, but
bruh,
I'm tired. What can I say? But we're still gonna have some fun tonight. Make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button, man. Definitely check out our latest video down below, Elmo 172331. My sister played some Call of Duty yesterday, and I had a good time. I got to peep some of the stream. It was really good. What's up, DJ? This is right up your alley too, man. Come on. It's gonna be a fun stream tonight, man. We're gonna go through this Ringside report. If you saw it already, don't spoil it for me. You know what I'm saying?
what?
I said, don't spoil it for me. Come on.
Bruh.
So let's have some fun. Let's get into this thing. Again, we are on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Cash App. RL was on the Twitch stream that we did earlier. I was just playing some 2K and trying to figure out how to just stream straight from the Xbox. And man, it's a mess. It's really a mess.
What did he say?
I said it was a mess over there, man. It was crazy. Visual said, Viva la raza. Shout out to Eddie. Yeah, man, let's get into this. Did I tell you guys we're on Apple and Spotify podcast? We're on that. Also, hit up the Cash App. Shout out to RL, who has always supported DJ. Definitely for supporting through Cash App. Really appreciate you guys. Visual says, what Xbox you got? I got the Series X. RL says, loving that soundboard, man. And I got plenty more for you. Like one of our rules. What's one of our rules here?
What's your profanity?
That's it. Jordan in the building. What's up, man? My man. We also have this one. I love this one. Whenever we're playing like Madden or WWE 2K22, and we're smashing somebody, we can drop this one.
I demand a worthier opponent.
There it is. So we got a bunch of stuff, and then sometimes we have these moments.
Oh no! We suck again!
So lots of soundboard. We'll keep adding to it, man. But we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. We already are having fun, I feel like. So with that being said, I'm ready. Y'all hit the like button. You're ready. Let's go. Yeah, man. Here we go. Keep it clean. That's it. Jordan requested, what did he say? How about this one? Bing bong.
What did he say?
Give yourself a round of applause. We definitely got the cheer too. We got the that one goes on way too long. All right. Let's get into this WWE 2K22 Ringside report. I'm going to react to it. Hopefully we'll have some stuff to break down. I guess there was gameplay trailer. So lots of stuff in this, man. I'm ready for this thing. Let's go. Ooh, can y'all hear it? Y'all probably can't hear it. I can hear it. Y'all can't hear it. Hold up. That's another one we need. I just thought about that. Hold up. Ooh, Visual's gonna get it for Xbox, huh? I think I'm getting it for PS5, man. That's where I pre-ordered. I pre-ordered it for PS5. Let's make sure we get the browser sound in here. I forgot we turned it down because of our last stream. If you guys missed our last stream, man, we had a crazy cool stream over on Twitch where we reacted to SummerSlam. You guys let me know how this sounds, all right? Let me know if I need to turn it up.
And this time I'm not alone, y'all. I've got my homie with me. She is going to be with me along this journey, this ride. Christina, please introduce
Arl says, do they have Metal Gear Solid
Hey y'all,
for PS5?
I am Christina,
Not
DM
yet.
Fam, art producer on WWE
You
2K22,
can play
and welcome to
some
the
of them
inaugural
on
episode of
PS5
Ringside Report, brought
via
to y'all
PS4
by the
stuff,
teams
but-
at 2K and Visual Concepts.
We're here
I
to
just
provide
noticed the,
regular
announcer
updates and deep
standing up.
dives into the many
That's nice.
areas and features of
Visual
WWE
already pre-ordered it.
2K22.
Okay, all right.
And this year we're introducing the
I want
WWE
crossplay. I need that
2K22
announced because
Ringside
I'd love to
Reports,
play the Xbox.
and you'll hear from Lionel
folks, you know
and
what I'm saying?
myself beginning now
But I had to have the
through the game's
force
launch in
feedback.
March
Force
and
feedback.
after for the latest on DLC, patches, and other updates. And we're
George
not
said,
gonna
Yoshi
be
cut.
taking this ride alone because we're bringing the homies from the dev team
What
with
did he
us.
say?
So,
Come on, bring them on, bring them on.
but before we dive into that, let's kick it off with a very quick conversation about visuals because let's be real, if y'all take a look at WWE 2K22, you might see some massive differences from previous cycles. And
Hey,
this is the
Brian,
best
thanks so
we can
much. I
do.
really appreciate
Oh,
that,
it's
man.
great. It's so
So much.
Lionel, can you
Guys,
talk
make sure to
about
like, share,
how
subscribe.
the teams approach production
Brian,
differently
man.
this time
Dang, that's
around,
dope.
starting with the superstars?
So the superstars, you know, in any WWE game are the backbone of the game, right?
You're
And so
darn
we
right.
have to make sure that we are doing our absolute best on representing every superstar to the best of our abilities. And in order for us to do that, we piggybacked on the same technology that you guys saw in NBA 2K22, where you know you look at their players and the
George
details.
said he meant to
and
say
just
she's
the likenesses look amazing.
Also, look, another
And
shot of
so,
Eddie.
you know,
All right,
we
that's what's
shared
up.
that same technology and brought
Jordan
that.
said The Rock, they gonna take
into
they gonna take your face off.
22, like the cross polarization scans, improved hair. Just to me, the amazing amount of detail that you'll see in our superstars is unparalleled.
Elmo in the building. What's
Yeah,
up?
and also the teams have overhauled the lighting engine, and there's an all-new VFX
You can tell
engine
they
as well.
updated the
so,
lighting
you know,
engine for sure.
Lighting is everything, right? So
Yeah,
like all these
the lighting
details
really
and everything
looks
that we
good in this
poured
game,
into
for
our
sure.
superstars wouldn't mean anything if they weren't lit properly, right? And so if you take a look at this version of the game compared to any other year,
Elmo, have you
like,
seen this yet?
It looks like a broadcast. It looks photorealistic at times, and a lot of that is due to lighting.
And before I forget, there was
Look at the
also
championships,
a
bro.
ton
The
of new and
championships look
improved
so good.
championships as well. And one of my personal
Jeez.
favorites, mainly because it's the team I work with most closely, is the environments team. There are over 55
Jordan
playable
says, "Yo, play
arenas,
the
and
dude that says,
we
I'm
also
about
have
to end
virtual
this
crowd
man's
boards
whole
in the game
career."
as well. So you might see some familiar faces.
Oh yeah, not my ugly mug.
All right, we know what y'all been waiting
I
for,
need something
so
from
we
RL,
have
though.
some folks in the waiting room. I'm gonna go ahead and invite all of them in.
Audio fine.
So,
New soundboard
y'all,
for
We're
congratulations.
so excited today because y'all know who we got. Please welcome the gameplay leadership team, principal designer Jason Vandiver,
Okay.
senior designer Derek Donahue, and senior producer Jonathan Rivera.
Jonathan Rivera.
This is extremely exciting, and thank you so much for joining us for
Bro,
the
you
first
couldn't
episode
show up and turn
of
your camera
Ringside
on.
Report.
Come on now,
Okay,
cuz.
so I don't want to linger any longer because folks have been asking for gameplay for a very, very long time.
Yeah, we've been waiting on
Without further
gameplay. Come
ado,
on.
The moment y'all been waiting for, we are going to show you a 1v1 match between Rey Mysterio and Damian Priest.
Visual said a Macho
So,
Man
let's
impression
roll
will be
footage.
active when I play as King of the
So at this
Crop.
point, one of the things we very intentionally called out
Cream of the crop.
to our
Oh, here we
fan
go.
base is that we have a redesigned gameplay experience. And
Okay.
starting with Jason, can you talk about what that means to you and how gameplay hits different?
In WWE 2K22, we have a completely new animation system.
Mhm.
This system has allowed us to greatly improve the look and the feel of the characters.
Ray
Basically,
looks so good.
everything from the way the characters move and they traverse through the world to how they align with each other during attacks has been completely
Collision
overhauled
detection
and
looks
redone.
really great.
Players are going to notice a significant difference the
I
moment
wish I could
they
have
pick
saw
up
the
the
full
controller.
intro though.
The characters are way more responsive than they've ever been. You no longer feel like you're fighting to control your character to get them into position to do what you want them to do.
Would you
Strikes,
have NBA
dives,
2K do
springboards,
that?
they all
Please.
connect more precisely. And that's also something that we really struggled with and took to heart and tried to resolve this year. Another key change that we've made to the game engine this year is our physics system. While the series has always had Havoc to some degree, it's primarily used for only hair and cloth simulation. For 2K22, we've completely integrated Havoc into gameplay, which has allowed us to introduce things like breakable props. The kendo stick starts to fray the more you use it.
Yes.
Tables, they break more dynamically.
Oh,
the cherry.
did you see the kick out?
And even elements
see the
within
kick out?
the environment itself are now dynamically breaking.
They
such
got
as
rid of that
corner
stupid
barricade instead
arc
of relying
thing?
on a canned sequence animation. It's a really big change and has helped to make the entire gameplay experience feel more dynamic.
Awesome.
Hold up. I got to pause.
Derek,
I got to
same question.
pause.
So
Now, listen, I'm going to keep it all a buck with you, but I see my first thing that doesn't look good in 2K22, guys. Watch him jump off the ropes.
Are now dynamically breaking, such as like the corner barricade, instead of relying on a canned sequence animation. It's a really big
This is
change
obviously
and has helped
pre-rendered.
to make the entire.
Watch his feet. Cue the soundboard for WoW. RL says. Vigil said, I'm getting some SmackDown versus Raw and 2K14 vibes. Brian said his foot missed the bottom rope. Cue fail sound. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Entire gameplay experience feel more dynamic.
Awesome. Derek,
Like,
same
what?
question.
So for me, when we sat
What,
down to
bro?
figure out
That
how
was
we were
not
going to
good.
change gameplay for 2K22, one of the biggest things that we
Visual
put
said
as
it's
a
probably
priority
early
was
build.
making sure the
Yeah,
game
they
is-
can still
is fun
change
and
it.
a pick up
I
and
wish
play
they wouldn't
kind
have
of way.
shown
I want to
that,
be able to
though.
hand the controller to my friend who doesn't know anything about WWE, and I want them to still be able to have a good time and be able to just kind of hop in with me. So we
Let
made
me
sure
say
that
this.
with our controls,
Let me say this, because I try to be honest and fair. That can break the game, right? It can really break the game if they don't get that right. It really will cause
Emotional damage.
like you can't have players missing the ropes. Jordan said, "Yo, his foot has a Google in it, a jiggle in it." Yeah, but I'm hoping what Visual said. Yeah, maybe this is an early build, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna play it again.
Emotional damage.
If y'all don't get this right, yeah, Visual nailed it. It takes the fun away. It really does, because then you're not immersed in the game. You're like, oh, look, he missed the ropes again. All right.
redesign, all of the core actions or something you can discover just by button mashing. You should be able to basically play through a match without
Alice
having
says,
known
cue the
anything
clapping,
beforehand. But another big priority for us with that is making sure we're not, smoothing over a lot of the details that returning fans like. So all of the high level of control that you expect to have with your character, all of the high degree of customization you expect, all of that.
Ooh, but Ray hit it.
Okay, so you've mentioned new
That was nice.
controls and
Ray hit those
mechanics.
ropes nice.
Combat itself is centered around
He
three
hit those
inputs:
in the ropes
light
real nice.
attacks, heavy attacks, and grapples. So in this cycle specifically, what do those terms mean?
So light attacks, those are your quick strikes, the fastest attacks in the game.
Okay.
Heavy attacks, those are kind of like strong strikes from previous years. They're bigger, slower strikes, but they deal more damage.
That's
and then
cool.
finally grapples, those are where some
That
of
should
the
be a
bigger
grapple
changes come into
state,
play.
though.
So you press the grapple button once to lock up with your opponent, but then from there you can press light, you can press heavy. Those will do your light and heavy grapples, but there's all sorts of other options. Irish whip.
Yo. That's what I want. That's what every wrestling game needs. I hate the fact that you can grapple and just go into a grapple. You should lock up, go into a grapple state, and light attack, heavy attack, Irish whip. You can do all that stuff out of the clinch. You should be able to kind of like UFC. You should be able to clinch. I know that's not necessarily how wrestling goes all the time, but in a video game, that's how it feels. I'm down. I'm so down. And the fact that you can do it light, you can do a light grapple or a heavy grapple, we're knocking on No Mercy vibes. We're knocking on SmackDown. Here comes the pain vibes. That is the right way to do this. Brian says, hopefully you can hit a finisher from the grapple state. That would be legit. Especially like a heavy, like you have to heavy grapple. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully grapple isn't just one grapple. I want a light. It doesn't seem that way though. It's just like grapple. I'd rather my grapple button be how long I hold it personally. Let's see. Visual says you can counter the grapple by pressing X or to break the move. So you can counter the grapple? Okay, so if you're going paper, rock, scissors, if Visual tries to grapple and then I light attack, that's going to stop. That's what I want. That's good. That's really, really good. That's telling me some good things about gameplay right there. I like that a lot.
Whips, drag, carry, all of those things come from the grapple state. So once you grapple your opponent, you have a lot of possibilities opened up to you.
Love
Okay,
it.
and I want to toss this over to Jonathan too. So opening up these possibilities, can you talk about some of the combo options that players can dive into?
Yeah, sure. I love how simple and engaging our new
I missed one by Visual.
dynamic
He said, I
combo
hope
system
I can
feels.
play
I
as
don't need
Eddie
to
or Ray.
memorize every
Oh, I hope
superstar's
when I play as
moveset, but
Eddie's or Ray,
instead I
it's not like
practice
that.
the timing of my inputs in order to execute combos.
Okay.
Light attacks allow me to branch into a combo, and when I learn that light, heavy grab executes that move, I can take that and apply it to anybody I play with. I love the exploration that our game provides.
Did he say light, heavy grab like a fighting game?
What did he say?
So there's literal combos in this? Is it more like a fighting game? That would be crazy. That would be really, really crazy. All right, George said, how much are you going to do that? As much as warranted, because right now I'm hyped. This seems like it's more like a fighting game, and I'm all the way down. What is wrestling? Wrestling is fighting. Why isn't it not built like a fighting game? Arl said, what type of soundboard do you have? I have voice mod now. So on Twitch, you guys are going to be able to change my voice. As a matter of fact, just for you guys. Can I do it on here real quick? So it's custom. It's custom. Visual says yes. Yes, it is. That's exciting. That's exciting. Let me just give you how I feel right now. I feel like a little baby. I really do. I feel like bing bong.
Bing bong.
As a little baby. So that's what we're using now, RL. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. You can customize the combos too.
So encourage the user to play with many different superstars and then choose whichever one is better suited for them. And if you don't like the combos that we assign, we also support customizing combos.
There it is.
I'm personally really excited to see what cool combos our community creates.
Oh,
Very quickly, I want to take it back to one point that
That's
Derek
dope.
touched on earlier,
That's
which
really,
was
really
about
dope.
the accessibility of this game and being able to just pick it up and play. And I want to call this out mainly because I myself am a much newer player to WWE 2K.
Said, would you
So
eat
for me,
Skittles?
picking up
I
and
wish.
playing has been the whole experience.
Look at
the controls are
the ring
super
looking
easy
red,
to
kind of
learn.
Uncharted like.
And while my own habits fall back
And the
on
kick out,
button
bro.
mashing the controller,
The kick
even though
out
we
is a
have that,
button
I
mash.
enjoy having to be very strategic and intentional about how I'm approaching this game, especially when it comes to the timing of things like reversals or finishers. So I can definitely attest to, hey, if you're feeling intimidated by this, please don't. Pick it up, try it out. You'll have such a blast. But also, if you're a vet and you've been playing this for a long, long time, can y'all talk about how vets can better show off their moves and what that means for
weird
the
that
overall strategy
She said it's
of their
pick up and play,
experience?
but everyone says to
So
play
a lot of the
tutorial
strategy
visual.
for our game comes with the new defensive options that we've added this year. So one of the biggest examples is breakers. Instead of reversals being the only tool for countering your opponent's attacks, grapples and combos actually don't use reversals. Instead, you counter them with a breaker. So when you're doing a grapple or a combo on your opponent, they can counter that attack by pressing the same light, heavy, or grapple input against you. So those moves are countered with breakers. Everything else is countered with a reversal. So knowing what kind of attack you expect your opponent to perform can already prime you to know how you want to counter it. So there's already a mind game at that level.
Stop talking.
Then you have...
Stop. Woo! I mean...
Bruh.
That is crazy. So you're telling me they're literally calling breakers. This is straight out of Mortal Kombat here, right? So if I'm in a grapple and RL hits I grapple and then I do a light grapple, RL hits X, he's breaking out of it. Listen, I'm telling you, that adds a layer of skill to the game. That's going to make the game feel much more fair. I love it. Visual says I was right. Let me go back. My problem, the referee counts kind of slow. Okay, I got you, Visual. Maybe that can get patched though. He just our Jordan says he just not get distracted. What do you mean? Visual says it doesn't need to be 1, 2, 3. It needs to be 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And Jordan said his spin is broken. Okay. RL says talk in boomer mode. In boomer mode. Let's see if we got boomer mode. I don't think I have boomer mode. All voices. Let me see if I have boomer. Oh, there it is. I can't hear myself, so you guys can tell me if I sound like a boomer right now. I sound like a boomer? Is that what it sounds like? Brian says, it's been confirmed by 2K that you can change the pins back to 2K20 had it. Oh, so if you like the kind of Madden football kind of thing, you can flip it to either one. Okay, all right. See, I'm down for options. But me personally, I like the button mash to get out because it brings something, especially, again, if you're playing on PS5. If it felt like you were kind of pushing the guy out off of you, that would be crazy. That's another free tip. Jordan said his spine is broken. Spinal. Man, I'm down for this.
Of blocking, which is all new. If you hold down the reversal button, you enter a blocking stance, and that lets you withstand light, heavy, and running attacks. And then you can counterattack faster than your opponent can.
SmackDown versus Raw and No Mercy.
You can also dodge with the right bumper, so you can
dodge.
kind of choose the direction and get out of the way really quickly if you time your dodge correctly. But it's higher risk.
I love this. I love this.
And then when you're on the ground, you also can button mash to get up faster, or you can press right bumper to do a quick get up at the cost of some resource.
Okay.
So when you have all of those defensive options available to you, it makes when you're on defense, that's a lot more strategic, but also when you're on offense, you have to be careful with how you want to attack your opponent so that they don't counter you.
Yes.
So our community has been speculating about the HUD and like guessing like what, these little glowing meters mean and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Jonathan, I'm going to let you be the first to break this down and break the news. And let's dive into the HUD and give the community some clarity here.
So our goal was to create a HUD that strips down all unnecessary aspects and simply gives the user the information that they need without distracting the user from the in-game action. So at the very top, you'll have the vitality meter. And this is basically your health bar.
Okay. Before we get into this, this is something that I would like to see. 2K, if you're listening, I would like you guys to do this. RL says, I can't hear the change you made. Okay. We'll try it again here in just a second. The little models, right? I would like that to look like my wrestler. You're probably saying, well, how will you know the damage to the body? I think you just do it as like an opaque kind of picture, right? I think that would be really cool, but just not the generic guy. I don't want to see the generic guy anymore in my HUD. Just a little detail. I think that would be cool. All right. So right here again, that's your life bar. Pretty standard.
Below that, you'll find a special meter, which is a resource you want to spend to perform signatures, paybacks, or defensive actions.
Okay, so that's that same thing that you kind of pick before the match. That makes sense. You're you know, like Eddie's cheat to win, like put your feet up on the ropes when you're pinning, stuff like that.
Finally, at the bottom is your finisher meter, where you can store up to 3 stocks.
3 stocks of finisher. Okay.
So there's one thing that's missing that I think a lot of people are like, where
again, 2K, I wish we'd get away from stocks. And I wish we would go back more into momentum. And the reason that I say that is momentum, like a 2K game, would work better in this situation. Because with a momentum meter for your special, you've got to build a momentum. Boom, you hit your finisher, right? But then you can't just pick up and do another one and do another one and do it, you know, up to 3 times. I can sit here and hit the rock bottom 3 times. Does it happen in WWE? Yes, but not that often. You know what I mean? That'd be too much. Visual says 2K14 had it when you pressed LB, you could see the damage. That'd be kind of nice. Visual said no reversal stocks. That's huge. And again, button mashing to get up. That's what killed 2K20 over everything for me. So there were times where we'd hit each other or they'd be down and I'd take Charlotte and jump off the top rope and we'd both just be laying there. And it's like, come on, get up. Arl said the voice change didn't work. Okay, I'll change it back here in just a moment.
Where's the reverse stock? Mm-hmm. Can you talk a little bit more about, like,
there it is,
you know, the changes we made there?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, obviously the biggest change that we made was removing the reversal stock. Mm-hmm. We wanted to bring a bit more skill to a match by giving the users
way too slow visual,
but making them a little bit more difficult to execute.
2.
In our internal matches with 2K22, we get wild swings and back and forth and a bunch of so close moments that we really feel make the match memorable. And in addition to that,
cool. Like one of the things
that's good. Let's talk about that for just a second. The whole unlimited reversals thing, but it seems like they're compensating. It just Visual says, "Yep." Jordan said, "Yeah, no, I would not go there because my neck would hurt."
Or iterations. Once you could
haven't really been able to look at the rest of the game. Those guys have been really working to deliver an awesome story this year, and from everything I've seen, they're ready to deliver.
You two, get in the ring.
For me, it's the backstage, the completely redesigned backstage. I think people have only seen a small peek of. There's a lot of really cool stuff going back there, especially with the verticality.
That's cool.
For me, I'm super excited to see Rey Mysterio in our showcase mode, playing some classic
Visual
matches.
said it's crazy how you can dodge a move on the outside.
2K22.
That's exciting.
So I think people are going to be really excited about that.
Ooh.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you so much for joining us for the first Ringside report ever for this cycle.
Messed up. You didn't even ask me, Christina, like what I'm looking forward to. That's just messed up. So leave me out.
We'll take it back. We'll take it back. All right, rewind. Lionel, what are you most excited for?
It's everything, right? Like, I've been
Shawn Michaels.
fortunate enough to have my hand in every single cookie jar, and as you can tell, like this COVID weight ain't going away anytime soon. But it's seeing what we're doing on the gameplay side and how that bleeds into universe and how it bleeds into my rise and my GM, my faction. Like we've done so much in the time that we've
There's a lot here,
and
for sure.
I'm just super excited for everyone to get their hands on with it and just have fun. Like again, like just practice now. Practice your thumb strength because you're gonna need it.
Your thumb strength already.
Do thumb exercises, little thumb push-ups.
Y'all, so that wraps it for our first Ringside report. Thank you to Jason
We need more of
Vandiver,
these.
Derek Donahue, and Jonathan Rivera for joining us.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Oh my God.
Was I supposed to?
You committed to the bit.
I think that was.
Okay, so once again, for real this time, thank you to Jason,
really mess
Derek,
it up.
and Jonathan for joining
like
us.
that it's
and
raw
thank
and
you
real,
to
though.
all of you, the player community, for tuning in for our first Ringside report. We are so excited to release this game, and we can't wait for y'all to get your hands on it.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us, and thank you all for tuning in. We will talk to you all soon. And in the meantime, check us out on social media at
When's the
WWE
next one?
Games.
Okay, bye.
Peace.
Bye. Yo, all right. So what are you guys thinking? Let's talk about it real quick. What are you guys thinking, man? I think overall gameplay looked better. I think what they talked about, you can see. There was a shot of Eddie and Ray back here. Let's see. God. Ooh. Let me tell you what these two are doing right now.
Are you ever not going to fall for that?
Yeah. You are failing! They are definitely failing right there. This one right here, I mean, this looks great. And I love that transition too. I think overall, though, the game looks great. It really, obviously, they're not going to show anything that's game breaking. I just hope that, again, we get the ropes corrected. I love this whole idea of stamina, and I love that we're moving towards something closer to a fighting game. Wrestling games for a long time have been too much of their own thing. I think